That was Warm Coats by Lookbook off of their 2010 album Wild at Heart. I think it's 2010 anyway. That's what Discogs says. YouTube, however, claims it's 2009. It could be a little of both, thinking maybe a digital release could have come out a little earlier than a physical release. Who knows at this point? The internet won't tell me. We're listening to that today because we are in a Gayngs tournament right now, and both members of Lookbook are actually in Gayngs. That's Maggie Morrison and Grant Cutler. Or at least they were when Gayngs formed. I'm not sure who is in Gayngs still. According to their Wikipedia, everybody's still in there, but the Wikipedia doesn't really talk much about the newer stuff either, so I don't know. Gayngs is a group that consists of 22 people. They're a super group out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. And they only released one album so far, but they are still together. But it is 22 people, each of which has their own music projects going otherwise. So, who knows? Hi, my name is Bean, and you're watching Battle of the Band. We're on day 10 of the Gayngs tournament today, and that is match 1 in the semifinals. There are only 2 matches in the semifinals. That's the nature of semifinals. If you're new here and you're wondering what a Gayngs tournament is, let me fill you in. We took every single song that Gayngs released so far, and we threw them into a single elimination style tournament. Now they're doing battle and head-to-head competition until one remains in the end, and that's the very best song that Gayngs has released so far. We're going to be starting off today with No Sweat, which was released in 2010 on Related, their only studio album. Last round, No Sweat took down the Monster song, The Gaudy Side of Town. I still don't know if I picked the right one there, but I was feeling No Sweat that day. And in the first round, it got a bye. One of the 3 songs in the tournament to get a bye through the first round, and the only one left in competition. Its competition today is Appeayl to You, Part 1, which was released in 2010 as a standalone single, with Part 2 as its B-side, which is actually kind of a continuation of what they were doing with Part 1. Like a direct continuation, like an extended dance mix, essentially. Last round, Appeayl to You defeated Spanish Platinum, and in round 1, it took down False Bottom. It hasn't had it too rough this tournament yet. No Sweat will be its biggest competition. No Sweat is just over 6 minutes, so we should just go ahead and get going. Here's No Sweat.
How low a man's soul could go. I wish I could have made amends back when we were better friends. Who knows how hard it is to make amends, but the world keeps turning, the world keeps turning, the world keeps turning. Who knows why the heart goes on?
I love that song. It might be a little long at the end, but that's just kind of how Gangs is in general. So it's kind of hard to knock that portion of the song when that's the way a lot of their songs are. Really love the vocals on that one. Like probably the most soulful vocals on the album. Definitely super cool saxophone in there. The organ, awesome stuff. I really love that song. Let's check out Appeal to You Part 1.
Combing out my brain just to appeal to you. How do I appeal to you? I still inflict fear in you just to appeal to you. How do I appeal to you? I still inflict fear in you. How do I appeal to you? As far as I could myself, you just just to appeal to you. How do I appeal to you? I still inflict fear. How do I appeal?
Of course, my internet would stutter right at the end of that. Um, I really like that song. I I realize now the part where they do the beatboxing was right after repeating "How do I appeal to you" a few times. And that might be a breaking of the fourth wall. It's Justin Vernon of Gayngs, or maybe of the entirety of Gayngs. I don't know who wrote the lyrics, saying, "How do I appeal to you? I know what I can do. I'll just play the very first thing you heard from us," which would have been the opening of the last album, the beatboxing part of the Gotti side of town. Uh, Really cool callback, and it definitely works that they're completely self-aware with the way they're doing it, if that's what they're doing. If they're going back to an old thing like that just because they hope it'll work, it's still the same thing. They just might not be consciously saying that that's what the meaning of appeal to you is. But I think they're smart enough to know. It's a cool song, but I'm gonna go with No Sweat. It's a cooler song. Appeal to You is a nice return. It's a very good nostalgia trip, and I enjoy listening to it. But No Sweat is a better song from Gayngs off of the only album Gayngs released. Like this video if you like the video, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Share with anyone you know who might be into this kind of content, and let me know down in the comments which of these two songs you would have chosen if were you on the hot seat today. That's all the Gayngs tournament action we've got going for the day, but please join me tomorrow and we get down with some more of the Magnetic Fields Part 2 tournament action and some more Gayngs semifinal action. Until then, I hope you all have a great night, fantastic afternoon, and a wonderful morning. Thanks for watching. Bye.